Greetings, YouTube. Have you ever been so hyped up for something, so excited for something, that when you finally saw it, it was just a huge letdown? I feel like whoever got excited for Dark Phoenix is certainly going to be feeling that in the past week or so. But regardless, we saw one of the best 12,000 unit bundles we have ever seen in Marvel Contest of Champions. And yes, 12,000 units is a lot of money. That is about $400 worth of units. But it's something that free-to-play players can save up for. It might take months and months and months, but they can do it. And the 6-1 bundle had a ton of great items, and then included in it was a rank 4 to rank 5 5-star rank-up gem, which for, I would say, about $200 to $300 worth of units once you subtracted all the value of the other items, you ended up taking the place of 2 fully formed Tier 5 basic catalysts, and then, 6 Tier 2 alpha catalysts? Which blew out of the water the normal purchase price for both those items by itself. In fact, if you got the right class that you were targeting, because the only gamble out of that bundle was that it was class-based 1 out of 6 RNG, so you couldn't pick it. If it was a generic, it would have been insane value for 12,000 units. But even so, it was still something that I gave A grade to, and I still give an A grade to. And so you would think that sequels are supposed to be better than the originals, but often in movies, TV shows, even books, it is the opposite. The sequel is a cheap knockoff. I was growing up, I used to watch the Home Alone movies, and I feel like Home Alone 2 is one of the rare ones that actually captured the nostalgia of the original film. But there are a lot of sequels that just don't do it any justice. I'm worried about Space Jam 2. And that is a random fact. So let's get back to this bundle. The items on the right aren't valued that much. The retail price of each of these things, let's just go through. 25 level 5 health potions is about 700 units. 15 level 5 team health potions is about 750 units. 15 level 3 revives, 900 units. 10 level 3 team revives, about 1,500 units. And then 20 energy refills, we know, is 600 units. All of that only comes to 4,450 units, and that's a retail price. That's not a good deal. That's just what you should expect to pay if you have the opportunity. Now, I realize that quite a few of these items, like the level 3 revives and level 3 team revives, are not possible to purchase in the store, so that does increase their value a little bit, but not a crazy amount. So you're basically saying that the 6-star is where most of the cost of this is. And that 6-star crystal, YouTube, make no mistake about it, it is 100% a RNGesus Marvel Casino of Champions slot machine gamble. Most champions in this 6-star crystal are champions that you should never take to rank 2. You could spend 12,000 units, the same price that guaranteed a 5-star of a class to max rank, and I guarantee you, even if you had nobody to use it on, if you just hoarded that thing eventually with the way that the game puts out new champions of new classes every month, eventually you'd pull a champion. Like, let's say you didn't have any more good cosmic champions, and then suddenly now you've got the new Captain Marvel and Cole Obsidian to take to rank 5. You're telling me you couldn't use a rank 4 to rank 5 cosmic gem now? Crazy. So I say that to say that the 6-1 deal, the A grade, had way more guaranteed value for your units than this dumpster fire. This thing, you could easily spend 12,000 units to get a 6-star Deadpool X-Force, or my last regular 6-star crystal, as I've said, a 6-star Hulkbuster. Now, you might pull a Corvus, you might pull a Domino, you might pull a Ghost, you might pull a Captain America Infinity War, Aegon, etc., and then you might feel like it's worth it. But this thing should not be 12,000 units. This thing should be at most 8,000 units. And really, if Kabam wants it to be a good deal, I would price this half of what it's being priced at. I think for this to be an A, it would have to be 6,000 units. And yet, Kabam is trying to milk the whales, as they say, and the people who got all the way for this initial clear to get this message up. It's just disappointing. There is no guaranteed value in the 6-star hero crystal other than arena points. If you don't have any 6-star champions and you open a 6-star crystal, I can guarantee you'll instantly get a champion that once about every 12 hours will give you 60,000 plus arena points. But that's it. That's the only guarantee I can give you, that 6-star crystal. Otherwise, most of the champions are trash, not worth your gamble at all. I would give this bundle, and maybe I'm going to get pushback for being too harsh, I'd give it a D. Especially with July 4th around the corner. There are just so many better options. If this thing contained at least one fully formed Tier 5 basic, I would reconsider and move the grade up to like at least a B- to B, but it's not there. And by the way, this screenshot was sent to me. This was not from my account. I could not scroll down. So if I'm missing any items in this, I will pin the correction. But as far as I know, this is the screenshot that everybody's seeing. It's just these items on screen. Items that should be worth an amazing deal, about 6,000 units. They doubled the price. Right around the corner of what has traditionally been by far the best deal for your money on July 4th. I'm disappointed. The sequel sucks. The original's way better. If you aren't Cavalier yet, save for the original, laugh at the sequel. This is like Jaws 2, something that's just as watered down as ever.